This is a Lazy Teacher podcast.
How you doing? I'm Brian Pulowski. This is the Lazy Teacher Podcast, Episode 2. Welcome to Episode 2 of the Lazy Teacher Podcast. My name is Brian Pulowski. Glad you came back to hear maybe another one, right? Well, on this episode, we're going to be specifically talking about, I'm not even sure what you would call it. It's basically like a denial that parents have of what their child is like in the classroom. You know, you have like a child that like severely is disruptive to the whole classroom environment. However, the parent's almost in denial about it. You know, you talk to them about it, you message them about it, and you ask them, can you help out at home? You almost figure and you almost know that they're not doing anything at home because nothing's changing in the classroom. I'm not saying that anything like punitive needs to happen, but like positively, maybe you can do something, even if it's negative. I don't even care what you do. Like, do something to help, because it's not just your child, and I'm not speaking to anyone specifically. It's not just your child that is having the problem. Although like they might be the root cause of it. It's disruptive to the whole class, and that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I think as a parent, I have kids of my own. When I think as a parent, if my child was disruptive to the class to the point that it was stopping the other children from learning, that's not cool at all. And I would really have a problem with that. So what happens is, you know, there's parents that you talk to them and you say, Johnny, we'll use Johnny's name again. So you say, whatever. Johnny was, Johnny was playing around when we were coming back in from recess, and it caused, us to get into the classroom late. Now, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Superficially, a parent is thinking to themselves, or maybe Johnny's parent is thinking to themselves, well, how bad is that? Like, okay, so he wasn't in line, or maybe he's pushing in line, he's cutting in line, whatever the case is. Like, that's not really a behavior that I want to address. I'm just thinking, like, as a parent. But it's more than that, because it goes beyond that into the fact that, like, even if it's just lining up to go back into the classroom, what happens is, in this situation, Johnny might be cutting in line, pushing in line, being disruptive in line, whatever the case is. Parent overlooks it like it's not that big of a deal, but it causes the whole class to be maybe late to get back into the classroom. Not because the teacher's being punitive and saying, okay, class, you're going to have to stay out here late because, Johnny's playing around. Even if you don't even point him out. Class, I don't like how you're lining up, so we're just going to wait out here until you're ready. Well, it's not specifically the class that's not ready. It's Johnny that's not ready. So, all right, so what is that? A minute? 2 minutes? Maybe that's not a big deal. However, when you think about it, that's like a minute or two that you're not in the classroom where you could have been learning. Okay, so maybe it's more than that. Something's happening in the classroom where the student is doing something where it's causing like constant redirection from the teacher to go over and redirect and say, this is what you need to be doing. This is what you should be doing. Okay, we're not doing this right now. That time that takes away from the entire class to go to that one student makes a huge impact overall. And it's unfortunate because I don't think a whole lot of parents realize this. Even if it's, again, we'll go back to a minute. So you go to like spend 1 minute with Johnny, redirecting him to get him back on his work. That 1 minute is time that the entire class is not getting of my attention, the teacher's attention. And in 1 minute, believe me, a lot can happen. Not just in kindergarten, but anywhere. And it's unfortunate because this time escalates and it takes away. Right? So maybe there's a consequence in the class. That consequence in the class takes away, again, time from the classroom, where these students are realizing, the teacher's not giving me all the attention that I need or that I deserve. And it causes a lot of other issues to arise because of it, because of a teacher's constantly on one child. So, all right, maybe it's not even one child. If it's a couple children, right? And that happens all the time. So, I don't know. I don't know really exactly where I'm going with this, other than I think it's unfortunate that parents don't realize that, it's not just like a small behavior. It's bigger than that, because it takes away from the whole classroom and it's impacting their children. And again, as a parent, I would be very frustrated if there's like someone in my children's class that is causing my children to, indirectly not be able to learn because that teacher has to give, is always focusing on that one misbehaving child. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like as a teacher, we want to focus on the behavioral issue. Really what we want is we just want to teach and we want to spend time with the kids and do our best that we possibly can. However, you have issues that arise and it causes things to happen. It's frustrating. It's so frustrating. So where am I going with this? If I could have parents understand one thing, it's that even the most simple comment from a teacher, as far as, something negative that might have happened in the classroom, please, take it a little bit more serious than just the action itself. Johnny broke a pencil in class, or broke whatever, man, not even his own. Johnny broke his friend's part, and we call them friends in kindergarten. Johnny broke a pencil of someone sitting next to him in class. All right, pencil means nothing, right? Really, how much can you buy them for? I'm pretty sure you can get like a 10-pack at the dollar store. So is 10 cents worth talking to your child? Yeah, well, to me it is. However, to some parents, it's like, well, it's just a pencil. It's not that big a deal. But it's more than just that pencil, because it caused a whole chain reaction at maybe that table, the group, the whole class realizes it. And that constant redirection is difficult. You know what I'm saying? It just takes away from the class, and it's unfortunate. It's not like I'm going around and around and around. It's just on my mind right now. And I wonder, how do parents not pay a little bit more attention and realize that their child's actions can affect the whole classroom? And I'm saying this for every classroom, because I believe me, it goes everywhere. When teachers talk, this is what we say. We're saying, how are parents not realizing that one mistake, one issue, one child, two children can take away from all the kids, and the kids all deserve to learn, and it's sad. How do I fix it? I have no idea. Got any ideas? Let me know. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out my episode. This is only the second episode, and I'm having a great time. Really enjoying it. This is the Lazy Teacher Podcast. See ya. Thanks for listening to the Lazy Teacher Podcast. If you want to help support the show, you can leave us a review on iTunes or Stitcher, like us or subscribe on YouTube, or shoot us an email and comment at Brian, Brian, at thelazyteacherpodcast.com.